Namah Parvati Pataye Govindanam Sankirtanam.
Om Narayanam Namaskritya Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet. With this wonderful Mangal Sloka, we start again the Katha of Mahabharata, one of the thousands of stories in the Mahabharata. So we were in the middle last time of the story of Garuda, right? So we heard how Garuda finally learned about the reason for his why he is like a slave, why his mother is a dasi, why he is born to a dasi, and what is the reason. All of that he found out, and now he is very, very eager to free his mother from that state of slavery. So he goes to his brother, the Kadrua's sons, right? All the snakes. And he goes and asks them, what can I do for you? Please tell me. I will do anything you want. What do you want so that you can free us from slavery? Then basically the Nagas, all the snakes, they say, we want Amrita. You are so strong. You have been taking us all over the world. You have been giving us such wonderful rides. We have seen your amazing strength. So if you want to really free your mother and yourself from slavery, demonstrate this amazing strength of yours and get us Amritam. Amritam is the nectar of immortality. If you drink Amritam, nobody can kill you. You will never die. It is Amritam. So that is that which takes you beyond. Mrita is Amrita. So that is what they want. This is the most hardest thing. The Devas and Asuras themselves said, churn the ocean of milk to get the Amritam. And that Amritam these people want. And they're asking Garuda to go get it. So this is the hardest wish anybody can have. This is the most difficult request, right? Challenge that anybody can throw. But Garuda says, okay, wonderful. You have given me an opportunity. So this is what you want. Okay, I will go get it. And so immediately he goes to his mother and bows to her and says, Mother, please bless me. This is what they have said. And I want to go and get Amrita from heaven and give it to them. So the mother is astonished, but she blesses him. You are so strong. You are so powerful. Let all the gods bless you. Let all the blessings be with you. May you succeed. May you be successful in this pursuit. So with that beautiful blessings, he bows to his mother and he says, Mother, but if I am going on such a big mission, I have to go all the way to heaven. I don't know what I will have to do there, what kind of fights I have to do, and how I have to get that Amrita. So I need to get a lot of strength. So before embarking on such a mission, I should eat a lot. I should get a lot of energy. So what kind of food will give me that kind of energy that I should go there? Then Vinata says, my dear son, far in the ocean, in the depths of the ocean, the Rakshasas have a hiding place. Thousands of Rakshasas are there hiding. And they are the right food for you. Go into that part of the ocean, go to that place. There are so many of them hiding in one place that you can go and attack them. There's another story about why they are hiding there, but that's another story. But so Garuda says, okay, and he goes there. And he goes and he goes all the way with his tremendous body, his ability to become so huge and so powerful. He goes and dives into the ocean and attacks those Rakshasas and starts consuming them. And in between, he suddenly realizes that the Rakshasas have kept one Brahmana with them to protect them. And that Brahmana gets stuck in his throat. Then he realizes, because it's like a fire in his throat, he realizes that must be a Brahmana. And he never wants to insult or do harm to a Brahmana. So immediately he releases that Brahmana, prays to him, seeks his forgiveness, and then having destroyed, he flies back from the ocean into the sky, and he is heading. And as he heads, he flies over the Gandhamadana Parvata, the wonderful mountain, very sacred mountain. And there he sees Kashyapa Prajapati in doing tapas. Then he realizes that is my father. He is doing tapas. So he goes to Kashyapa Prajapati to take his blessings before going on this mission. So it shows that he takes the blessings of both his mother and his father, right? So he goes to his father and says, Father, I am going on this huge mission of getting Amrita. Please give me your blessings. So his father blesses him. And he says, Father, I went and attacked the ocean and attacked these Rakshasas and ate them, but I'm still very hungry because I feel that hunger going on this big mission. What else can I have? I need more food. Then Kashyapa Prajapati says, see, once upon a time, there were two brothers, very, very great Brahmanas and Tapasvis, but some of them are they still have mean mentality. Sometimes you see that in this world. So there were these two brothers called Vibhavasa and Supratika. They were very great, but they were also very, very small in their heart, in the sense they were very, very greedy for money. Their father gave them a lot of money, they got a lot of inheritance, but both of them were fighting with each other to no end for that inheritance. Each one wanted to keep it for himself. So they were always fighting with each other because of their greed. And then because of their power, then Vibhavasa, the elder one, cursed the younger one. May you become an elephant. You go and become an elephant. May you be born as an elephant. And the other one cursed this one. May you be born as a turtle. So both of them, each of them cursed each other like that, and they died eventually. And they were born again as one as a huge elephant, right? And one as a huge tortoise. One became a tortoise of 3 yojanas height and 10 yojanas diameter. And the other one became an elephant, 6 yojanas in height and 12 yojanas in diameter. So huge creatures. And they were still having that Purva Janma rivalry among them. So they were always fighting with each other. And they were creating so much havoc for all the beings and all the forest and everything, all the surroundings around them. These are in constant fight. This Gaja and Kachapa, the tortoise and the elephant and the tortoise. So he says, those are the right food for you. They are creating so much havoc. You go and eat that Gaja and Kachapa. So that elephant and the tortoise. So Garuda takes the blessings, flies into the sky and goes all the way, and then sees, because the directions have been given by his father, where to go and where they are located, in which forest, in which direction, all of that he follows, flies long distance, spots these huge unmissable, you can't miss them, right? So huge elephant and tortoise, then goes and swoops down on them with his huge body, takes one with his claws, one set of claws, he catches hold of the elephant, another set of claws, he catches hold of the tortoise or turtle. And then with holding both of them, he flies into the sky. But these are such huge ones, right? So they are many miles each in their size. So such huge creatures he's catching and flying into that. As I said, that's huge dimension. Then he is thinking, where shall I go and have this food? There should be a place where I can land and have them. And as he's flying, searching for such a place, there is an amazing, huge tree called Rauhina. And that Rauhina, that amazing tree, it invites Garuda. Oh, Garuda, you come and land on me. I have one of my branches, which is 100 yojanas long. Such a huge tree it is. You remember Anjaneya flies from Rameswaram to Sri Lanka, right? To Lanka from Rameswaram. And he crosses 100 yojanas. Like this 100 yojanas branch that tree has. And so it invites him. You land on this branch and you can have those Gaja and Kachapa. They are only 10 and 12 yojanas each. You can have them on that branch and eat comfortably. So he comes and lands on that branch, accepting that invitation. And lo and behold, just because of that tremendous force with which he lands, with an amazing sound, deafening sound, that branch breaks from the tree. And it is, then you can imagine the size of the tree, and that branch is falling from the tree. And then Garuda is dismayed. And then he notices not only that the branch is falling, but hanging on the branch upside down are some great rishis, small in size, but they are upside down, hanging with their feet from the branch, and they are doing tapas upside down, only taking the rays of the sun as their food. So he realizes some tapasvis are hanging on this tree. I should not harm them. So immediately catches that branch with, and now he's holding the branch. He doesn't know what to do. One hand he has the turtle, one hand he has the elephant, and in his beak he has this huge branch, and then he's flying again, not knowing what to do, where to go. Then, and these rishis are hanging, and he doesn't want to harm the rishis. So he is flying, and then he says the best thing is to go to my father. So he flies back to his father who had given him the instructions, and he just flaps in front of his father. He can't even speak. So, so father realizes his difficulty, his plight, and then Kasyapa Prajapati prays to those rishis. They are great rishis called Valakilya and his friends. There are these great rishis, Valakilya rishis. So these Valakilya and other rishis who are there, very, very great rishis, tapasvis, he prays to them and explains his son's plight and who he is. He is this great son of mine. He is the Garuda. He is going to get Amrita, and on his way, he had to eat food and he came here. So he explains that, and he seeks their pardon and blessings and says, please do your tapas elsewhere. So then they get down from the tree and and they go to a different place on the Gandhamadhan Parvata to do the tapas. And finally, he is freed. And then, so then he looks at his father. Father says, oh, my dear son, there is a place where, so he actually, Garuda takes the branch out of his, now he is able to put it on the mountain. He places it on the mountain and then prays to his father, please tell me where I should go and have this, because I don't want to harm anybody. I don't want to harm any people. I don't want to harm any animals. I don't want to harm any brahmanas. I want to go to a safe place and have this food. Where can I go? Then Kasyapa Prajapati says, you go cross the Himalayas and go so many hundreds of miles. There is a huge desert there where there is nobody. Maybe it is the Gobi desert, where we don't know where exactly he sent directions. He said, go there, and in that place you can go and have these. So then finally he takes the branch again, takes these, goes to the desert, has everything, has the tremendous food, and then he starts flying towards the Swargaloka with all the strength. And as Garuda approaches the Swargaloka, in the Indra Sabha, Indra, Devatas are all sitting there. They are enjoying, they're having all these entertainment, all the Apsaras are there. Suddenly they start seeing bad omens. They see sparks in the sky, bad wind is blowing, there's smoke, they are seeing bad omens. And Indra is surprised by sudden bad omens he is seeing, and he turns to his guru, Brihaspati, and says, what is happening? Gurudeva, please tell me what is happening. Then Brihaspati says, oh Indra, a very, very great bird. He is a Pakshindra, Garuda. He is flying. He is flying towards the heaven because he wants to get Amrita. He has already gone and he dove into the ocean and destroyed so many thousands of Rakshasas. He went and captured this Gaja and Kachapa, who have been there fighting for hundreds of years. He has gone and captured them and eaten them. He has the blessings of the Valakilyas, and now he is coming towards you to capture Amrita. But remember, but he is invincible by you. So Indra says, what? Why is he invisible by me? Then Brihaspati reminds him of the previous incident. You remember when Kasyapa Prajapati was doing Putrakameshti Yaga to have great children, because Kadruva and Vinata had asked him for children. He was doing a great yajna, and at that time he had invited so many people to that yajna, all the devatas, rishis, everybody had been invited. You were also going there, and when you were going there, because when you go to such a yajna, you take the sacred fuel, the wood and all that, this sacred fuel that has to be taking a mountain size fuel you are taking for that great yajna. And on the way, you saw these small dwarf-like rishis walking there, taking small bundles with them. And you started laughing at them. Why do you even need to bring your bundles when I am taking so much? You are so proud about yourself. Those were the Valakilyas. And because they saw you being so proud, they immediately started with their great taposakti. They started doing, chanting mantras, saying, may a great Indra be born to Kasyapa Prajapati. May another Indra be born. And then you were shocked and you went and asked Kasyapa Prajapati to find a way out, because your Indra Padavi was in danger. And Kasyapa Prajapati granted that, yes, a great son will be born, but he'll be like another Indra, but because your Indra Padavi has to be safe, he'll be the Pakshi Indra. He'll be the Indra of all the birds. So that is how he blessed both the son to be born, and he granted you the Indra Padavi. But so he is like another Indra. You cannot defeat him. So that is what Brihaspati tells him. See how that whole karma cycle is interacting. What Indra had done in the past is coming back to him. This action and reaction is the constant theme in the Mahabharata. So then, but Indra is too proud. He's saying, no, there's no way I'm not going to let go. I'm going to fight with this guy. I'm not let him take the Amrita and go away from the heaven. So immediately he calls the Amrita Rakshakas, all the people who protect the Amrita. And he says, there's a danger. Somebody is coming. You immediately go, be alert, start protecting the Amrita. And sure enough, Garuda comes in with this huge flight and starts ferociously comes towards the Amrita. And in between, of course, all these Amrita Rakshakas start having a tremendous war with him. All weapons are sent against Garuda, but he withstands all of them. Tremendous, terrible warfare takes place, but all of them get destroyed by Garuda. There is one of them, there is a Mahakinkara, Bhavana. He fights like anything, but he is also destroyed. Then all of them here, even Bhavana has been destroyed. Then all the Vasus, they come to fight. Rudras come to fight. Sadhyas come to fight. Adityas, Ashvinas. Then even the god of fire, the god of water, Varuna, Agnideva, Vayu, Kubera, Yama, all of them come and try to protect Indra's prestige and fight against Garuda. All of them get defeated. And defeating all of them, Garuda reaches the Amrita Sthana. And he finds that there's a tremendous, blown by tremendous winds, there is a huge fire circling that Amrita Sthana that reaches up to the sky. Then he goes and immediately flies, takes the water of the rivers in his beak and comes back and douses the fire. Then he goes past that. Then he sees there is a huge, very, very mysterious, tremendous chakra that is going around, very, very sharp, very huge, very insurmountable chakra, revolving chakra is there. And he goes, then using his tremendous powers, he becomes very, very small and goes under that chakra and goes past into the center region where the Amrita is kept. And going there, he finds there are two tremendous snakes, like splitting fire from their eyes, emitting fire from their eyes. And very, very dangerous, huge, terrible snakes. He goes and immediately fights against them, destroys their eyes and tramples over them. He attacks them also and finally reaches the Amrita. And taking that Amrita Bhanda, the pot of Amrita, he victoriously flies into the sky and is heading very fast towards his brothers, the Kathāśravaṇam, to give them the Amrita. And at that time, most surprisingly, who comes to him? He sees to his great surprise, facing him, in front of him, is Narayana himself, Vishnu. Mahavishnu comes in front of him. Why has Mahavishnu come to him? Has he come to fight with Garuda? No. Garuda, because people all over the world seek this Amrita. Everybody has been so greedy for this Amrita. Even Devas fought for this Amrita. And this guy Garuda is able to take that Amrita. He got into his hands and he's flying away. But he didn't even for a second think of tasting that Amrita himself. He is so intent on his duty. He is so untouched by any greed. He is this is Alaulyena Tushtavan Narayana. Narayana Tushtas Tena Alaulyena. That lack of greed, complete absence of greed in Garuda, that is the greatest quality. If you have such a quality, Narayana himself will come to you even without you seeking. Such a great thing he accomplished, and he is not having an iota of greed, right? So that is why Narayana came and blessed him. Sriman Narayana said, "Oh, great one, I am blessing you." And he gives him he says, even if you don't drink Amrita, you will have the power of having drunk Amrita because of your lack of greed. So he blesses him. And he says, "What do you want? You can ask any boon." So Garuda says, "I am so blessed. You yourself have come to me. What boon can I ask for?" With great bhakti, Garuda says, "May I always be with you. May I always be with you and in front of you. May I always serve you." Then he says, "Yeah, may I always be in your line of sight." That is what Sikar is telling me. May I always be in your line of sight. So then Sri Mahavishnu says, "From now on, you will be my vehicle. I will always be riding on you. And you will also be the symbol on my flag. I will be Garudajvaja." Right? And with that blessing, he gives that blessing to Garuda, and then he goes away. And meanwhile, Indra comes because everybody else has been defeated, and he deploys the Vajrayuda on Garuda. So Vajrayuda, he attacks Garuda with Vajrayuda. It comes and hits his wings, and it hits. So Garuda says, "Okay, I have been attacked. Oh Indra, you have attacked me with Vajrayuda. It can do nothing to me. But because I have to respect you and that Ayudha, I let one feather fall from my wings." So one small feather falls from the wings. So Indra is stunned. Vajrayuda, the greatest weapon. Then he says, "My God," all the Indras and Indra and all the Devatas says, "You are Suparna. You have such great feathers. There's nobody like you with such strong feathers. So you are," from them they call him Suparna. So Garuda is also called Suparna. And he says, "Why do I need to fight with you? I'll become your friend. I can't fight with you. You are so great. And why are you taking Amrita? You don't need Amrita. You are so strong. Why are you taking it? It is so precious. You shouldn't take it. You shouldn't give it to anyone." Then Garuda explains why he's taking it. And then he says to Indra, "Why don't you do this? I will give it to them, but then you can take it away." And they come up with a plan. So Garuda goes, lands, he places this Amrita Banda on Kusha grass. There is Kusha Darbas. The blades of grass are there. There's a nice place. He places it on that. And he says, "Oh Kadraveyas, I have fulfilled your wish. As promised, I have come and put it here. This is Amrita. Why don't you do your snana, do your prayer, and then have it?" So they all said, okay. And from this moment, as promised, because I have given it to you, we are free. So Garuda and Vinata are free and they go away. Then all the snakes go and do the snana and come. And as sure enough, before they come, Indra takes the Amrita Banda and disappears. So they come and there is no Amrita Banda there. So they are very, very shocked. Then they desperately start licking those darba grass, the Kusha grass darbas, to see if they can get Amrita at least one drop. And their tongue gets cut. That's why you have forked tongues for the snakes. And from that time, because Amrita was placed on them, the darbas became very sacred and they're used in all prayers and all yagas and such. So in this way, that story concludes, the beautiful story of Garuda. And this is called is the Upakhyana of Suparna or the Garuda, Sauparnopakhyana. This is one of the many thousands of stories in the Mahabharata, which teaches so many great lessons, so many things from this we can reflect on, about rivalry, about competition, about greed, so many things, but it shows the towering character of Garuda, who is so powerful, but yet even when getting has no greed at all. So this is a great ideal for all of us. Namaskritya naranchaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you.